It's 9 p.m. You've done the bath, the pajamas, the teeth brushing, the stories, and now your child is calling you back. Again. One more hug, one more question, one more glass of water, and you're trapped in that exhausting loop you know too well. You answer the question, you give the hug, you bring the water, you negotiate 5 more minutes. But here's what happens next. This is the part most parents get completely wrong. You try to be loving, available, present until the very last second. And that's exactly when bedtime becomes a 2-hour nightmare. But Danish families discovered something about sleep that changes everything. Something about how to actually trigger sleep mode instead of accidentally keeping your child's brain wired and alert. And it works in the next 15 minutes. Most parents are accidentally sabotaging their child's sleep every single night. But you won't be one of them after today. Here's what happens when your instinct is to stay engaged until they're unconscious. You answer questions. You negotiate timelines. You add just one more ritual. One more story. One more song. One more minute of back rubs. And here's what you probably don't realize. When you keep the interaction alive, your child's brain stays in social engagement mode. The alert center stays activated. The social connection system stays online. They're tracking you, monitoring you, engaging with you, not engaging with sleep. What could have been 10 minutes becomes 2 hours, and they're learning. Bedtime is negotiable. If I keep asking, eventually I get what I want. If I call enough times, mom always comes back. Sleep isn't something that happens naturally. It's something I fight against until I collapse from exhaustion. If you've done this, if you felt that soul-crushing exhaustion of being called back 6, 7, 8 times every single night, you're not broken. You're not doing it wrong. You're human. This is what we were all taught. Be there for them. Never let them feel alone. Stay connected until they drift off. But here's where one culture figured out something completely different. In Danish families, there's a concept called sovro. It's hard to translate, but it's something like sleep calm, sacred rest boundary, and solo transition into sleep. And it completely flips how parents handle the final crucial minutes before sleep. Picture this. A Danish father finishing bedtime stories with his 6-year-old daughter. He closes the book. He places it on the nightstand. He gives one final intentional hug. He says, "Sovro nu." Sovro now. And he stands up and leaves the room. Not cold, not distant, not angry, just complete. And within 15 minutes, she's deeply asleep. That's Sovro in action. Danish parents don't stay engaged, hovering, available until unconsciousness finally takes over. They create a clear, loving boundary first because they understand something profound about the nervous system. When social interaction ends, sleep mode can begin. When you're still available and responsive, their brain stays in alert mode. When you exit completely and hold that boundary, their brain naturally shifts down into rest mode. This is called autonomous sleep transition. Your child's brain literally cannot switch to sleep mode while it's still tracking and engaging with you. A complete conscious exit is faster and healthier than a gradual, uncertain fade. That's the foundation of what we're about to learn. So let me name this method the Sovro shift. It's called a shift because the first move is completely counterintuitive. You stop extending bedtime. You stop adding just one more thing. You shift. You create a clear, definitive ending. You give them the space their brain needs to find sleep alone. And I need to warn you, the first step will feel completely wrong. Every parenting instinct you have will scream at you to stay longer, do more, be more available, prove your love by staying. That's exactly why it works. I'm going to show you. They're biology, not against it. 15 to 20 minutes for this wind-down phase. Done. Now we're moving into the final 15 minutes. Step 2, the completion ritual. You're in their bedroom now. The door is closed. You do the exact same sequence every single night. Story, song, hug, back rub, whatever your specific ritual is. But here's the critical key most parents miss. You announce each part as you complete it. This is our last story for tonight. This is our goodnight song. This is our final hug. You're creating psychological completion, not leaving them wondering what comes next or if there might be more. When you name the ending of each part, their brain can accept it. There's no surprise, no sense of betrayal or abrupt abandonment, just clear, loving completion. This matters more than you think. Your child's brain is learning the sequence, learning the pattern, learning that these steps lead to sleep. 10 minutes for this ritual phase. 5 minutes left before full exit. Step 3. The Sovro announcement. Now, and only now, after every part of the ritual is genuinely complete, you make the transition crystal clear. You sit on the edge of their bed, you look at them with calm, loving eyes, and you say something like this. It's Sovro time now. That means it's time for your body to find sleep on its own. I'm going to leave the room now. I love you so much. I'll see you in the morning when the sun comes up. Keep it simple. Keep it warm. But absolutely no negotiation in your voice. This is information, not a question. This is where everything changes, because your child feels prepared for the transition, not abandoned by it. Prepared. And when a child feels genuinely prepared for what's coming next, the desperate need to keep calling you, to keep the connection alive, begins to disappear. They know what's happening. They know what comes next. Let me show you what this looks like. You've completed the ritual. You've made the Sovro announcement. Your child immediately says, "But wait, one more hug." Here's what you do. You say gently but firmly, "We already did our goodnight hug. It was the last part of our ritual. It's Sovro time now. Your body knows exactly how to find sleep." You don't add the hug. You don't negotiate or consider it. You stay kind, you stay calm, but you stay complete. 2 to 3 minutes for this announcement step. 2 minutes left. Here's what this looks like in real life without the Sovro shift. Your child asks for water after you've said goodnight. You bring it. Then they have a question about tomorrow. You answer it. Then they need another hug because they're feeling scared. You give it. Then they remember something they forgot to tell you. You listen. 30 minutes later, you're still sitting in their room, and they're still wide awake because their brain never got the signal that interaction time is over. With the Sovro shift, here's what happens instead. Same scenario. Your child asks for water. You say calmly from the doorway. Cruel or neglectful? You're giving them the space their brain desperately needs to do what it's biologically designed to do. This teaches something absolutely crucial to their development. When it's Sovro time, when the ritual is complete, my brain shifts into sleep mode. I don't need constant interaction. I don't need someone watching over me. I can do this. My body knows how. You've exited. You're downstairs or in your own room. You're trusting them to make the transition alone. The social interaction has definitively ended. The energy has fully shifted from connection mode to rest mode. That's the complete Sovro shift executed. 1 minute for the exit itself. Done. Step 5. Hold the boundary with love. Here's where most parents completely crack and undo all the good work they just did. Your child calls you. "Mommy, I need you. I forgot to tell you something. I'm scared." And every single parenting instinct you have tells you to go running back. But here's what you do instead. And this is hard. You wait. You give them time. You give them 2 full minutes. Most calls, most requests, most emergencies stop within 2 minutes when there's no response, when the pattern doesn't get reinforced. Their brain realizes, oh, Sovro time means the interaction is over. If after 2 full minutes they're still calling and it doesn't sound like a genuine emergency, here's what you do. You go to their doorway. Notice, to the doorway, not into the room. You don't sit on the bed. You don't restart physical contact. You don't re-engage the ritual. You stand in the doorway and you say calmly, "It's Savro time." Your body knows how to find sleep. "I love you. Good night." And then you leave again. Same boundary, same message. No re-engagement, no negotiation, no lying down with them because they seem upset. The boundary holds with love. This is genuinely the hardest part of this entire method. Every part of you wants to give in, to fix their discomfort, to prove you're there for autonomous space that reaches them at a biological level. And once they feel that genuine completion, the sleep-ready part of their brain can finally come online. Now their body can truly relax. Now melatonin can reach effective levels. Now they're actually neurologically available to fall asleep. But here's the real payoff that develops over time. You're rewiring how their brain transitions to sleep. Over time, sometimes in just 3 to 5 nights, bedtime becomes dramatically shorter and infinitely easier. Not because you're being harsh or neglectful, but because their brain is learning a healthier pattern. Sleep is something I transition into alone. The day has a clear, predictable ending. I'm completely safe even when mom leaves the room. That pattern compounds night after night. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. What if they cry? What if they genuinely need me? What if I'm damaging them? Let me show you exactly what to expect and how to know you're doing this right. Night 1, you implement the Savro shift and your child calls you multiple times. Maybe 5, maybe 10. They're genuinely confused because you're responding completely differently than you have for months or years. You're holding a boundary they've never experienced before. That confusion might sound like distress. That's the teaching moment. That's their brain recalibrating. Don't interpret it as trauma or damage. Night 3. The calling is noticeably less intense and less frequent. Maybe 3 times instead of 10. They're beginning to trust at a deep level that Savro means sleep time, not negotiation time. They're learning the new pattern. Night 5. Your child calls out once, maybe twice. You respond once from the doorway with the same calm message. They settle within 5 minutes. This isn't magic. This isn't a miracle. It's basic pattern training of the nervous system. And patterns take consistency, not perfection. You're retraining a nervous system that's been wired for endless interaction, probably because that's what's always happened at bedtime. That rewiring takes repetition. It takes consistency. But most parents report genuine, observable shifts within 3 to 5 nights of consistent practice. Not perfect practice, consistent practice. Real changes in how quickly they settle. Let me tell you what this looks like 6 months in. Your child finishes their bedtime story. You close the book and set it aside. You give them their goodnight hug. You say, "Savro time now," and you stand up and walk out of the room. You don't even think about it anymore. It's just what happens. Here's what happens on their end. Within 5 minutes, sometimes less, they're deeply asleep. No calls, no negotiations, no requests, no 2-hour battles. They've learned because you've been consistent. They know without any doubt that you love them because you've proven it in 1,000 different moments throughout the day. But they also know at a deep neurological level that Savro time means interaction is over and sleep begins now, and their brain cooperates completely. That's not just a better bedtime routine. That's genuine sleep independence. That's nervous system regulation. That's the foundation of healthy rest patterns for their entire life. Your child's bedtime doesn't just become shorter, it becomes genuinely easier for both of you. Because they learn something most children never get the chance to learn. That sleep is safe. That being alone in their room at night doesn't mean being abandoned. That their body has innate wisdom and knows exactly what to do. You'll notice it in small ways at first. They stop calling as much. They settle noticeably faster. They wake up more genuinely rested. That's not obedience to your rules. That's biology working correctly. Bedtimes that used to take 2 exhausting hours are over in 20 minutes. The negotiations that used to drain every ounce of your energy now don't exist. Their developing brain learns a new, healthier pattern. And you get something precious back. You get your evenings back. You get time with your partner or time for yourself. You get to model what healthy boundaries actually look like. You become the parent who trusts their child's capability to sleep independently, and they become the person who can self-soothe and self-regulate at night. So, here's your challenge. Tonight, when you put your child to bed, I want you to try something radical. Don't extend it. Don't negotiate. Don't go back for one more hug or one more story or one more anything. Complete your ritual fully and lovingly. Announce Sovro time clearly. Exit completely and confidently. Hold the boundary with love. Set a timer if you want. Watch how the pattern begins to shift. Remember that exhausting bedtime loop from the beginning? The endless calls and negotiations and returns to their room? Here's the thing. With the Sovro shift, they might still call those first few nights. The requests don't magically disappear instantly. The old pattern has momentum, but your child learns something infinitely more valuable than having you physically present until they're unconscious. They learn that they can find sleep on their own, that Sovro time is safe, that the boundary is loving, not punishing, that you trust them with this important transition. And that changes absolutely everything about their relationship with sleep. Your child won't remember every single bedtime, but they'll internalize at a deep level the confidence that they can do hard things independently. So, choose. Choose to be the parent who holds the loving boundary they desperately need starting tonight. Then come back. Tell me what shifted. Comment below. Share your story because this method works. Not perfectly, but genuinely, reliably, consistently, in a way that gives both of you the rest you need and deserve. You've got this.